Good morning students. Welcome to online teaching session of Academic World School Bimitra. We are starting here by the subtopic, that is capital adjustment, which is based on the new partner's capital. Is this clear? Two types of capital adjustments are there. First one is on the basis of new partner's capital, and second one is on the basis of old partner's capital. This capital adjustment we will do later on. Today we are going to learn this capital adjustment. It means that new partner brings certain amount of capital. For example, he brings 50,000 as his capital and his share is 1/4. So on the basis of new partner's capital, firstly we need to calculate the amount of total capital of the firm. That would be equal to new partner's capital multiplied by reciprocal of his share, which gives you 2 lakh rupees. Now this amount of total capital is to be distributed between the partners in their respective new ratios. Okay, whatsoever the new ratio would be, this total capital would be multiplied by the respective new ratios of all the partners, that is A, B and C. So let's start our session by taking a question, by solving a question, that is question number 84. Today I am not writing question on the board. I will provide this question in your ERP and solution I will explain. Firstly we need to make revaluation account. After that partners capital account. Format to you all know, that is particular A, B, C, particular A, B, C. Now question is, two partners are there, that is A and B. They are having profit sharing ratio as 3:2. Their balance sheet is given in the question itself. After that some adjustments. C is going to be a part of partnership concern for 1/4 share. New profit sharing ratio is also given in the question, that is 2:1:1. As we all know that if old ratio of partner is given and new partner is being admitted in fractional form, then sacrificing ratio would be same as their respective old ratios. But in this question, new profit sharing ratio of all the partners are given. So firstly we need to calculate sacrificing ratio of A. That would be old ratio minus new ratio. Old ratio of A, 3/5 minus 2/4. 20 would be the LCM. 4 3s are 12 minus 5 2s are 10, gives you 2/20. Similarly, B's sacrificing ratio, that is old ratio minus new ratio. Old ratio of B was 2/5. New ratio of B is 1/4. Again the LCM would be 20. 4 2s are 8 minus 5 1s are 5, gives you 3/20. Cancel the denominators. So A is to B. Their respective sacrificing ratio would be 2:3. Is this clear? When old ratio of partners are given and new ratio of partners are given. then you need to calculate sacrificing ratio of old partners. So A is sacrificing old minus new, B is sacrificing old minus new. Answer is 2:3. Is this clear? Some more conditions are given, that is C will bring, C's capital would be equal to 50,000 rupees and goodwill of the firm, it is given as 42,000 rupees. C brings 50,000 as his capital and goodwill of the firm, it is given in the question, is rupees 42,000. We need to calculate C's share of goodwill. That would be equal to 42,000 into 1 by 4. 1 by 4 as C is being admitted for 1 by 4th share. So this is the goodwill of the firm, not the goodwill of C. C share we need to calculate. C share of goodwill would be equal to 42,000 into 1 by 4, which gives you 10,500. Now you can make two journal entries. First one is cash account DR to C's capital account to premium for goodwill account. C's capital is to be credited with 50,000. C's premium is to be credited with 10,500. Total cash brought into the partnership concern is rupees 60,500. Is this clear? Second entry. Premium for goodwill account DR to sacrificing partners capital account, which means that to A's capital account to B's capital account. Amount of premium, it is credited in first entry by 10,500. It is to be debited in this entry by 10,500. To be distributed in which ratio? Sacrificing ratio. That is 2:3. So 10,500 multiplied by 2 by 5 gives you 4,200 multiplied by 3 by 5 gives you 6,300. So the amount of premium is to be distributed between A and B in their respective sacrificing ratio, gives you 4,200 and 6,300. Now working notes are completed. These are the parts of working notes. Working notes are completed. Firstly, we need to calculate sacrificing ratio. After that, C share of goodwill. After that, pass necessary journal entries. Cash to C to premium, premium to A to B. Is this clear? Now, some more adjustment regarding the preparation of revaluation account is given in the question. First is building were appreciated by 20%. The value of building in the question, it is given as rupees 98,000 and this is being appreciated by 20%. So the value of asset increases in this case to be considered as profit to be posted on credit side of revaluation account. 98,000 multiplied by 20 upon 100. The profit would be 19,600. Next one is all the debtors were good. Debtors, this is given in the above balance sheet. On the asset side, worth rupees 42,000 less the amount of provision, that is 7,000. Total in outside column after the reduction of 7,000, the actual amount of debtor, it is given in the question, that is rupees 35,000. Okay. Now, one adjustment is there that all the debtors are good. all the debtors are good, which means that there is not any requirement of provision, as we are going to receive 42,000 from debtors. All debtors are good means there is no provision required in this. So provision is a part of liability. If there is not any requirement of liability, which means that the value of liability falls down. If the value of liability decreases, to be considered as profit. So again, on the credit side of revaluation account, write down buy provision for doubtful debt. Amount that is of provision is rupees 7,000. Next one is there was a liability of 10,800 included in creditors. Creditors, the value of creditors in the question it is given as 86,000. Value of creditors on the liability side of a balance sheet, it is given as 86,000 rupees. Out of this 86,000, 10,800 is not likely to be paid, is not likely to be claimed, which means that again we are not going to pay this amount to the creditors. So there is fall in the value of liability, again to be considered as profit. So on the credit side of revaluation account, write by creditors, amount being 10,800. Clear now? Building appreciated by 20%, value of building was 98,000. So 20% of 98,000 would be 19,600. After that, all the debtors are good, which means that there is not any requirement of provision for doubtful debt. So 7,000 is the profit in regard with provision. So write on the credit side by provision for doubtful debt 7,000 rupees. And creditor 10,800 is not likely to be paid, not likely to be claimed. So again there is a profit of 10,800. Now make the total of credit side. That is 37,400. Write the same total on the debit side, 37,400 to profit on revaluation to be distributed between A and B only, amount being 37,400 to be distributed in their respective old ratio, that is in the ratio of 3:2. So 37,400 into 3/5. $22,440. $14,960. Respective profits of A and B after the preparation of revaluation account would be 22,440, 14,960. Now after the preparation of this revaluation account, next step would be partners capital account. Partners capital account, two partners capital are given in the question, that is of A and B. A's capital was 1,19,000 and B's capital was 1,12,000. Make a dash in column C. After that, investment fluctuation reserve. Investment fluctuation reserve of rupees 4,000 is given. Now students, we need to learn this thing. All types of reserve, either general reserve, workman compensation reserve, investment fluctuation reserve, or any other reserve. If these types of reserve is given in the above balance sheet, that is in the question, these types of reserve can be and is to be distributed in the partner's capital account on the credit side in their respective old ratio, as these reserves are made by old partners. These reserves are made by old partners. So old partners are going to take that money by posting these types of reserve in their respective credit side. So 4,000 should be multiplied by 3 by 5 gives you 2,400. 4,000 multiplied by 2 by 5 gives you 1,600. So 2,400 is to be gained by A and 1,600 is to be gained by B. Next, we need to post them into the ledger account. Here the premium amount is credited with some amount, same it is debited here with some amount. So there is no need of posting this premium. Now this journal entry is cash account DR to C's capital account. The name of C is placed on the credit side. So on the credit side of C's capital account, write here as by cash, amount being 50,000. Clear? After that, second entry, premium for goodwill to A to B. A and B again placed on the credit side. So on the credit side of partner's capital, write by premium for goodwill account, amount that is 4,200 and 6,300 amount of premium. After that, profit on devaluation, 22,000 22,440 and 14,960. These are the profits of A and B respectively. Now, one capital adjustment is there, which is on the basis of new partner's capital. Now, how to solve this adjustment? This thing we have to learn in this video. Two partners, that is A and B, having profit sharing ratio as 3:2. New partner is admitted for 1/4 share. New partner's capital, it is given is rupees 50,000, as C is being admitted for 50,000 rupees. First, you need to calculate total capital of the firm. That would be equal to new partner's capital multiplied by reciprocal of his share. So new partner's capital, that is 50,000 into reciprocal, that is 4 by 1. So total capital of the firm would be equal to 2 lakh rupees. Now, as 50,000 is the base value of the adjustment, by this 50,000 we can easily calculate the total capital of the firm. Now this total capital of the firm belongs to 3 partners, that is A, B and C. So total capital is given as rupees 2 lakh. A's capital out of this 2 lakh, B's capital and C's capital. Write 2 lakh, 2 lakh, 2 lakh. Multiply this total capital by their respective new ratios, that is 2:1:1 given in question itself. Multiply that amount by 2 by 4 into 1 by 4 into 1 by 4. Capital of A being 1 lakh. Capital of B 50,000. Capital of C 50,000. These would be considered as their respective closing capitals. Is this clear? Again, C's capital is given as rupees 50,000. Clear? His share was 1 by 4. This capital adjustment is on the basis of new partner's capital. When new partner brings his share of capital in cash and certain share, he is going to gain. Then firstly we need to calculate total capital of the firm. New partner's capital multiplied by reciprocal of his share. So new partner's capital was 50,000 multiplied by 4 by 1 gives you 2 lakh. But this 2 lakh total capital is now the capital of all the 3 partners. So we need to calculate individual capitals. A's capital 2 lakh multiplied by 2 by 4. After that 2 lakh multiplied by 1 by 4, 2 lakh multiplied by 1 by 4. A's individual capital is 1 lakh, B's capital is 50, C's capital is 50. Right? 2 balance carried down, 1 lakh, 50,000, 50,000. Is this clear? Now make the total. Total of C 50,000 on the debit side, 50,000 on credit side. Now starting with A, total of A of the credit side. Make the total. One lakh 19,000 plus 2,400 plus 4,200 plus 22,440. I think total of A on the credit side would be 148,040 and total of debit till now, total of debit side of A is 1 lakh, considering this is as his closing capital. So the bigger total is 1,48,040 rupees. you can write on both the sides 1,48,040. Now balancing figure to be posted on debit side by writing to cash account. It means that he is having into the partnership concern his capital, investment fluctuation reserve, amount of premium and profit on revaluation. All together they are sum up to rupees 1,48,040 rupees, and his closing capital would be rupees 1 lakh after the admission of C. When C is going to be admitted, his capital into the partnership concern would be 1 lakh only. Clear? And he is having till now his capital is 1,48,040. So now he is going to withdraw the balance amount by writing to cash on the debit side. Balancing figure would be 48,040 rupees. So he is going to withdraw that amount. Now same case is to be applied with B. Make the total of credit side 1,12,000 plus 1,600 plus 6,300 plus 14,960. One lakh 34,860. Now his capital should be rupees 50,000, but he is having a capital balance of 1,34,860. Write the bigger total on both the sides. That is 1,34,860. Balancing figure. Deduct 50,000 from it. Balancing figure would be 84,860. Again, he is going to withdraw this amount. Okay. Total of credit side would be 134,860. Same total is to be written on the debit side. Deduct 50,000 from this balance. Balancing figure would be 84,860. He has to withdraw this amount from the partnership concern, and the account of C is matched by writing 50,000 on both the sides. Now at last, balance sheet is required. Balance sheet of A, B and C as at 1st April 2020. Format, that is liabilities amount, assets and amount. Starting with liability side, creditors of rupees 86,000 given in the question, but there was a profit of 10,800 in respect of creditors, which means that this amount is not going to be claimed by the creditors. So we need to deduct this amount from the actual amount of creditors. Now creditors of rupees 75,200 is to be shown in the closing balance sheet. Clear? After that, employees provident fund. It is given in the question. Employees provident fund of rupees 10,000. No adjustment was there, so same amount is to be placed. After that, one more liability was there, that is investment fluctuation reserve of rupees 4,000. But this liability is not to be shown in the closing balance sheet, as this liability, which means that all types of reserve are to be distributed between old partners. So as this reserve is already being distributed, this is not to be shown in this balance sheet. After that, capital balances. Capital account balances of A, B and C. Now we are having three partners. So 1,50,000 and 50,000. Total capital of firm, total capital of all the partners would be 2 lakh. Make the total of liability side 210, 285, 200. Total of balance sheet would be 2,85,200. Now on the asset side, first it is given as cash in hand. This amount we'll solve later on. After that, debtors of rupees 42,000 it is given, less the amount of provision of 7,000. But in the adjustment it is being said that there is not any requirement of provision. So we will not write the amount of provision, as this is to be considered as profit. So the actual amount of debtor would be 42,000. After that, investment given in above balance sheet. The value of investment is 21,000. After that, building. Previously, the value of building was 98,000 and there is a profit of 20% on this value, which means that there is a profit of 19,600. So we need to add this amount. The actual amount of building now would be 1,17,600. Clear to all now? 98,000 previous balance and there is a profit of 20%. So 19,600. Make the total 1,17,600. And last item which is given in the above balance sheet is plant and machinery. No such adjustment is given. So same amount of 1 lakh is to be placed in the balance sheet. Now the basic problem is in regard with the calculation of cash in hand. It is given in the above balance sheet, that is rupees 77,000. Is this clear? It is given in previous year's balance sheet, 77,000. New partner brings 50,000 as his capital, which is to be brought into the business, which means that this amount is to be added. Now cash balance is rupees 1,27,000 and 10,500 he also brings as his share of premium. So 10,500 is also to be added to cash balance. Till now we are having cash of rupees 1,37,000. 77,000 previous balance plus the amount of capital plus the amount of premium. Total would be 1,37,500. Two partners are going to withdraw some amount of capital in terms of cash, that is 48040 and 84,860. This is withdrawn by A, this is withdrawn by B. make the total. 1,32,900. This amount is to be deducted from actual cash balance, as this amount is withdrawn by old partners to make their capital according to their profit sharing ratio. $4,600. So the cash balance would be 4,600. Again I am explaining 77,000 previous year's balance plus amount of capital, that is 50,000, which is brought in by new partner, plus premium amount which is again brought in by new partner. Total till now is 1,37,500, and two partners are going to withdraw that amount to make their capital according to their profit sharing ratio, which was 2:1:1. So A is withdrawing 48,040 rupees and B 84,860. Altogether they are withdrawing 1,32,900 in total. So from 1,37,500, 132,900 is to be deducted. Balancing figure to be considered as 4,600. Now one more thing is there. If this balance is in negative, then you need to make a column on the liability side, that is of bank overdraft, and you can place this amount here. But now in this question, as it is given 4,600 positive balance, then cash in hand remains rupees 4,600. Now make the total of asset side. That would be 4,600 plus 42,000, 21,000, 1,17,600 and 1 lakh. $2,85,200. Total of liability is equal to the total of asset. I hope question is clear to all. This question is in regard with capital adjustment, that is on the basis of new partners capital. Complete working notes are being provided to you in this video. You can relook the working notes properly while calculating total capital of the firm. After the calculation of total capital of the firm, this total capital is to be multiplied by their respective new ratio. The capital of A would become 1 lakh, capital of B would become 50,000 and capital of C, it is given in the question, rupees 50,000. These capitals can be considered as their respective closing capitals, 1 lakh, 50,000, 50,000. Now again make the total of credit and debit side. Whatsoever the deviations are, whatsoever the balancing figure would be, can be considered as either they are withdrawing that amount if debit balance is shorter, then they are going to withdraw that amount, and if the credit side is shorter one, they are going to introduce some amount of capital into the partnership concern if credit balance is shorter than the debit balance. After preparation of partners capital, you need to make balance sheet. Is this clear? Students, regarding your assignment, regarding your homework, it is mandatory to solve all the questions which are provided to you in your respective assignments. So please do solve the questions. This question, I am going to upload this question in your ERP as assignment in the same sheet. Firstly question would be there, after that 2 questions or 3 questions of assignment would be there. I hope you are solving the questions at your homes. Thank you and have a nice day.